UNC Pembroke's fall sports season got underway last week, including the football home opener on Thursday night against nationally ranked Winston-Salem State. The Braves shut out the Rams in the last three quarters and won 17-7. The men's soccer team scored a pair of shutout wins to start the season 2-0. Freshman Tom Potter led the way with 2 goals and 2 assists. His 6 points lead the Peach Belt Conference after the opening weekend. On the women's side, UNCP dropped its first pair of contests on the pitch, starting 0-2. Over the weekend, volleyball was at the Newberry Invitational, playing 4 games and winning 1, a thrilling 5-set match against Lise McRae. Men's and women's cross country raced at the USC Upstate Eye Opener to start the 2015 season, and both teams took home first place. Both the men's and women's teams placed 5 runners inside the top 10. Women's golf opened their season this week at the Cutter Creek Invitational. The Black and Gold Report starts now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of the Black and Gold Report, presented by Pepsi, a show all about UNC Pembroke athletics. I'm Jenna Davison, and today we're going to be sitting down with head football coach Shane Richardson to talk about the Braves' amazing win over Winston-Salem State. And later in the show, we're going to sit down and talk with head women's soccer coach Lars Anderson. But now we're joined by Coach Richardson. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Thanks for having me back, Jenna.
Well, the Braves are successful in their first season opener with an impressive 17-7 victory over 20th ranked Winston-Salem State in another Thursday night matchup at Grace P. Johnson Stadium. It's just the 5th time that the Rams have lost a regular season game in the last 6 years. So how special was that win for you and your team?
Well, it was great to start the season out that way, considering the type of season that we had last year and all the things that we went through in the off season. Our team and our program, and really I think the university and the community as a whole, needed that win. And so it was very special. We're extremely thankful and humbled by it. However, I would tell you that I think our team is in a different place this year, and we expect to do great things. And I wouldn't say that it shocked any of our players that we won that game just because of the way that we've prepared. And we've prepared to try to put ourselves in those positions. And so we're extremely thankful and glad to be sitting here 1-0. And I'm excited for the opportunity to just improve here from week 1 to week 2.
Well, it's just the second win in 6 meetings for the Braves against Winston-Salem State, and both wins have come in Pembroke. What is it about the Rams that makes them such a tough opponent year in and year out, and why has this been such a big rivalry?
Well, they, of course, they were at the Division I AA level, and they came down to Division II when we started playing them. And so I think they poured a lot of resources into their program. They had a lot of good players, and they still do. And they've got a program that's nationally recognized. And so great coaching, great athletes, and really a place that they can recruit a lot of kids to. And so being an in-state school, we go against them in recruiting. Our guys know their guys know us. I think it's 2 different styles of play and styles of the way that the programs are ran. To be quite frank about it, they don't like us and we don't like them. And it creates a very good matchup when we get together. And so we have a ton of respect for what they've done. And of course, they've had our number over the years. But I think the last 2 times that they've come to our place, our guys have really been up for it. And we've been up for the challenge. And I think it really showed on Thursday night, and extremely proud of our guys for how we handled it.
Well, your team has had a long time to think about last year. So what were the emotions of your guys heading into the game on Thursday, and what did you see last week that let them know that they were ready to go?
Yeah, so our emotional state was, I thought it was very poised, very confident. I did not sense any too high or too low type of mindset at all. On our Thursday day of preparation, which would have actually been Tuesday, okay, because we played on Thursday night, I could tell that our guys were getting it locked in and it was starting to come together. And then the day before the game, when we went through our walkthrough, we had a fantastic walkthrough in the sense of our focus and just the concentration on what we were doing. We weren't going 100 miles per hour on that day, but the sidelines were dialed in and focused. There wasn't a lot of messing around, and there was a lot of voices that were stepping up in a mature way to know that, hey, let's get back and focus up here, let's quiet down, and the players were taking the lead on that. And I knew the day before that game that we were extremely serious and focused about what we were doing.
Well, what were some of the concerns going into this contest, and what answers did you get early on?
Well, I think offensively, coming out of last year, we were second to last in the country in offense. And so certainly a huge concern as to how we were going to respond offensively. I think defensively we lost a lot of key players and key starters, older guys that contributed for us. And so replacing those guys, we wanted to know what we're going to have this year as well on that side of the ball. But I think both of those questions were addressed in a great way. I thought offense did a great job of moving the ball when they had to and eventually putting ourselves into positions to be able to score. I felt like we took care of the ball very well. Our only turnover on the night came on a muffed punt return. And so I felt offensively we did a great job of at least putting ourselves in a position to score and be able to score. Defensively, I think, statistically, it kind of speaks for itself, but I was really proud of how hard our defense played, and so they answered the bell really in that way. And so I think if Code Black can live up to its name of playing hard, then there's a lot of good things that can come out of that, and I certainly saw that on Thursday night.
All right, well, we're going to take our first commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to continue talking to head football coach Shane Richardson, so stay tuned.